I want to bring on the line a gentleman who I have the absolute privilege to stand beside. And when I got the call several weeks ago where he asked me to become part of this company as a global director, I was both humbled and exhilarated at the same time. To be able to work with a man of this order, this caliber, this vision, who has a true heart to bless people's lives is very rare. And he is doing great things, and we're all going to do great things together with him. I want to bring on the line right now from Dubai. By the way, it's 5 o'clock in the morning in Dubai. He's up early working. I hope all of you are up tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. working for Waszupp Crowdfunding. But I want to bring on the line the CEO and founder of Waszupp Crowdfunding, Mr. Ash Sahib. Ash?
Good morning, Mark. Can you hear me?
You sound fabulous. Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you. Thank you so much for those kind words. I had to say, you, Blake, Ricky, and Fred, I do not know what to say. I'm speechless. You did a phenomenal job there. Anyway, good morning to all from Dubai. And a couple of corrections, Blaine. I was not born in India. I was born in Kuwait, and did my schooling in England, and then the last 18 years I was in States, and right now I'm in Dubai. Okay, coming back to Waszupp Crowdfunding, this was a journey that started almost a year ago. In February, we had set up a company known as Waszupp Global, and it was about creating an app that everybody can use, and it had a lot of premium features. In the month of February, we had put in around 1,500 distributors, and up till yesterday, we have over 260,000 that has pre-registered in that. So during this period, most of the people from Southeast Asia and Africa, they requested one thing to us. They said, could you create something with a lower entry fee that we can come in? So around 2 months ago, I sat down and did some numbers, and I said, wait, $35 is a great number. It can bring in the masses. So it was started as a simple program to help people to get into Waszupp Global, which is the mother company. But what started as a simple program has taken a life of its own, and I'm truly amazed and blessed with the number of quality people that are coming into Waszupp Crowdfunding. Okay. Now, when I did these numbers, it was good. But as it took me a bit longer and I studied the numbers started getting bigger and bigger. Then I said, my God, this can really help a lot of people. It can help a lot of people make a lot of money. But besides that, my vision has always been to help the people. So I said, wait a minute. Now, if we can help people to make money, and if we can help those people to help the underprivileged around the world, what a magnificent story it will be. So started working on it. We came upon the vision of $1 billion. Now, I know it's a very lofty goal, but guess what? People who are coming into Waszupp Crowdfunding, they're beginning to believe that we can accomplish $1 billion to help the underprivileged all over the world. So Waszupp Crowdfunding, like Blaine and Mark says, is being set up, and the launch will be in the next 8 to 10 days' time. One thing I tell everybody is you must build a strong foundation. If you do not build a strong foundation, and it's got a crack, and you put up a 200-story skyscraper, it's only a matter of time it's going to crumble down. So one thing I've always believed is, if you do not believe a strong foundation, you can never ever put up a skyscraper. So my first priority is to build a strong foundation, make sure that when we launch that each one of you all get paid, because there is no point of launching a company if you all cannot get paid properly. So the foundation is being built. We are making sure that you will get paid on time. We are making sure that you'll get paid daily via Bitcoins. I was talking yesterday to a gentleman, just called me up, been in the industry for a very long time, and said, listen, this is amazing. I have over, I think, a couple of million people in our database, and I want to come in. So what Mark and Blake has said is absolutely true. We are attracting people from all over the world. We are attracting quality people, people who have been in the industry 30, 40 years. And to be very honest, it amazes me, all these people coming into this business. And Waszupp crowdfunding is going to be a company that contributes most to help the underprivileged. That's what I want Waszupp crowdfunding to be known as. Yes, we are going to create a lot of people who will make a lot of money. We are going to create thousands of people who will make $500, $1,000, $2,000. That's what my goal is. Besides that, we want to be known as a company with a big heart that is going to help the underprivileged, not for creating multimillionaires, but for creating a company that will help the underprivileged. And so we are still on track. We will launch within the next 8 to 10 days. But as I stated previously, the most important thing is building a strong foundation. I'm not going to go into the compliance or anything. I'm just solely the vision. And I'm so excited to be on this call at 5 o'clock in the morning. I was talking to another lady from, I think, Ireland or somewhere. I said, you need to be on the call. She said, but it's going to be 2 a.m. I say, it does not matter because it's 5 a.m. in Dubai. If I can be on the call at 5 a.m., you better be on the call at 2 a.m. And I think she's on the call now. So this is what it is. If I believe that if one has a passion and belief in themselves to do something, they will do it. What time you get up, what time you sleep, it does not really matter. And people who know me, the leaders, global founding directors who know me, when we started this journey, I used to go to bed maybe by 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. Until then, I was doing calls to all parts of the world. All right. One thing I can assure you is once we launch, okay, I will never, ever let any of you down. Okay. What you hear from me is only the truth. Total transparency. Sometimes you might not like the truth, and that is okay. All right. But you will always hear the truth, and there will be 100% transparency. Having said that, the reason I got up this morning is because I have a very, very special friend to introduce to all of you all. This gentleman I have known for the past 18 years. And I personally, maybe I could be wrong, I do not think he has been on a conference call for any company. All right. It is an honor and humbling effect for him to come onto this call and talk a bit about why he's on this call. And he will talk about a few other things. Let me see if he's on the call. Chris, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay, Chris, one second before I bring you on, I just wanted to make sure you were there. Now, Chris is a very good friend of mine. He is also the CEO of Gabriel Media Group, Inc. They are publishers of Networking Times, a premier industry magazine, and also founders of Networking University. He is an individual with 100% integrity, a person that I respect a lot, okay, a person that, like Mark says, I can be in a foxhole and I know that he will cover me. All right, having said that, Chris, take it away.
Well, thank you for that kind introduction, Ash. Can everybody hear me?
You're welcome.
Yeah, you sound great.
Good, perfect. Well, Ash is an interesting individual in that whatever he says he's going to do, he seems to always get it done, come hell or high water. He's just an amazing performer. And he and I have been talking very long, probably, as you said, 18 years. I think it may even be a little longer than 18 years, but certainly it goes back before the founding of Networking Times, which was 17 years ago. Because Ash turned out to be the very first subscriber to this magazine when I got it started. Previous to that, I was running a company that produced the other two magazines in the network marketing space. One was called Upline, and for those of you who've been around for a long time, you may remember Upline. It was founded by John Fogg and John David Mann and Randolph Bird, and I acquired the company from those guys and then started working that and performing different things that I thought would make the company better. And so you say, well, what was my background and how did I get to that? Well, my background came out of building. Actually, my partner and I, we built over 1,300 homes in Southern California. And prior to that, I had done some building on the eastern seaboard up north in Maine, and I had worked in water treatment plants, putting those together, helping build those, and even built civic centers. Additionally, I was building line-of-sight telecommunications from New York to Houston, Texas. That were the forerunners of fiber optics. It was microwave transmission systems. We built those. So I had a lot of activity building. And one of the things that I noticed about when you're building things is that an awful lot of time, especially in the big projects like the Civic Center and the water treatment facilities, we might spend 6 months in the foundation, building the foundation, getting that all put together. And then it looked like nothing was going on. And then all of a sudden, things start popping up, and they start growing like crazy. And when it's all finished, you have a really huge structure that's capable of doing all different kinds of wonderful things. And in housing, it's similar to that too. You spend quite a bit of time in doing the off-site work, getting the utilities in place, and being able to get the grades set properly, and then getting the roads and the gutters all set up, and then and only then do you go about digging the holes for the footings to put the foundation in. So a lot of stuff goes in beforehand. So when Ash started talking about the foundation today, it got my attention because obviously this is going to be a very big edifice, and it needs to have a strong foundation. But before we go back into more foundation things, one of the reasons that I agreed to come here and speak is because Ash and I go back a long way, as he mentioned. And when we were talking earlier this week, I was explaining to him what an amazing thing that I'm seeing. And Ash had had some personal challenges that impacted his life, and just when he was getting this Waszupp Global started, and he had to take care of those personal activities, and it's really quite powerful that during that time when he had to change his focus, his global directors kept this business up and going. And the funniest thing happened. It actually took off in a way that no one had ever expected. And when I got back in touch with him and started talking to him again, he told me the circumstances he went through, and then he told me the growth, and I just couldn't understand how something could grow that fast, that quickly, without some help. But I think it has a lot to do with his intention. His intention is to impact people's lives and do it in an amazing way. And the more people, the merrier as far as he's concerned. So the reason that I like Ash so much is because he embodies servant leadership. He's always willing to do what it takes to make things happen. Additionally, and this is so important in the direct sales network marketing space, and it's something that I filter for whenever I'm looking for people to join projects, we got to have our ego under control, because there's a lot of strong egos to become successful. And it's sometimes hard for people who have the strong egos and have worked so hard to get to the top where they are to support something else that's not their own and that they're not the driving force in it. It's a very important component. And Ash has that in spades. He's one of the most amazing individuals in that regard. And then when we were talking, it was kind of funny because I was with him when he first started the Waszupp Global. We used to talk probably once or twice a week about different things and how I might be able to help him. And the interesting thing about it was I was looking at it and thinking to myself, boy, it sure could use some kind of a cause. Well, I had to go over to Indonesia to do some work with one of our clients in another cause-related activity, and I was volunteering for their boot camp. It's 20-plus hour days, and I want to do that to make a contribution to help all those people over there and to learn more about what they're doing. Well, I came back from that and asked, I got this idea, and I'm going to be doing a crowdfunding. And well, tell me more about that. And he did. And what he told me was amazing, because what it did is it tapped into some of the most recent research that I had opportunity to come into. And this research was talking about building a brand, and more importantly, becoming a brand leader in our digital age. And one of the things that it pointed out was things have changed remarkably in building a brand from the way it used to be done. Nowadays, you really have to have a cause attached to what you're doing, because the millennials especially and the baby boomers, they want to see what you're all about. They want to see what your contribution is. And so if they can be a part of that, they feel much, much better. Well, he started talking to me about the Waszupp Global crowdfunding, and I thought to myself, this is exactly the component that was missing. And he told you the story a few minutes ago about how it got started, and it was a desire to help people from the developing world economies participate in what could be life-changing for not only themselves and their families, but their communities and even their whole nation. What I've noticed from my work around the world is that there's an amazing amount of entrepreneurial spirit embedded in the human spirit. And when you give people in a developing world economy an opportunity to create a higher quality of life for themselves and for their family, it is though they hit the lottery. They are so excited to make a difference. And so it's with that that I realized we were exactly where we wanted to be in terms of putting all these things together. We've got the appeal to the developing world economy, make a higher quality of life for them. We've got access points that are very inexpensive. We have a cause that's powerful. And we have leadership from the global directors and from Ash himself that are second to none. So basically what I'm doing is I'm helping Ash in any way I possibly can to help accelerate the belief-building process in all the people that are part of this growing community. And I'm going to be supporting him in some other ways behind the scenes as well. So that's a little bit about me, what I'd like to do, and why I'm participating. And I am humbled and grateful for the opportunity to be a part of this magnificent program. I've never seen anything take off like this before. And I want to say that Ash is correct. I have not done something like this for a company before. Typically, I do things generically across the world.
Very, very good, Chris. Thank you for those kind words. And back to you, Blake.
Hey, thank you so much, Ash, and Chris, thank you so much for your time tonight. Listen, folks, you got to get the power of this. Mr. Chris Gross giving really a recommendation to our company is no small matter. As a matter of fact, it is huge. So we're so excited, so proud to have an endorsement from him. And with his caliber, with his background in the industry, he typifies really the dynamic of the direct selling network marketing industry. And for him to come aboard and say, hey, look, I give my approval to this. That is strong. That's something you can run with. That's something you can be proud of. And once again, this is just the very beginning. We're just now sowing simple seeds that are going to grow and grow and grow around the entire world,